Hello, welcome to a short talk entitled Why Rep Range Doesn't Mean Shit. The factors that matter in strength training. One of the common questions that I always get from athletes, beginners, and people I talk to is, what sort of rep range do I reckon you'd be better training for strength? What's the best program? What's the best way of getting stronger? What should I be doing? And what I think, people look for an easy answer. They look for the correct answer, that 5 sets of 5 is optimal for strength gain, that 10 sets of 3 is optimal for muscle gain, that only train in 1 to 3 rep range, only train the 8 to 12 rep range for muscle mass. People like nice, tidy answers, but in the real life, there is no tidy answer. There are just factors that matter, and if these factors are absent from your program, then you're not going to make much progress. So we're going to flick on to the next slide. Rep range is just a number. We do 15 reps, 10 reps, 8 reps, 3 reps, 2 reps. All that is going to be determined is the weight on the bar and the number of times you do it. These are the things that matter in strength training. Maximal voluntary effort, whether that's done with 15 reps, as in you take a weight and just max out and do 15 with it. It's 20 reps where you just take a weight and do 20 reps with it, or you do 10 reps. Actually just putting a maximal voluntary effort, so whether it's a squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, curl, doesn't matter. If week in, week out, you're putting in a maximal voluntary effort as you're training as close to failure as you can, or even training to failure, and constantly trying to do that with more weight, you will get stronger. It doesn't matter if it's a 20 rep squat program, doesn't matter if it's a 10 rep bench program, doesn't matter with an 8 rep close grip program. If you train week on week with a maximal intention, maximal voluntary effort into the bar, you will get stronger at that a movement pattern. Meaningful volume of practice, that being doing volume with a meaningful weight. The kind of optimal range that gets bandied about is 80 to 85% of your 1RM is optimal for this kind of training, where you do like 100 reps in a week. Next week you do 110 reps with the same weight. Next week you do 120 reps. Maybe you're doing too many sets of reps, so you up the weight because you've got stronger, because you've performed more volume week on week. But upping the volume week on week in the meaningful percentage range of 80 to 100% will make you stronger. Skill mastery, that is getting more efficient in your technique for squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, clean, snatch. Becoming a better mover, being more efficient with your movement will make you stronger. Training frequency, training the movement more often, training it rather than squatting one time a week. It always amazes me how people want to get stronger at something, want to get better at something, but only want to train it once a week. Do you think squatting once a week is the best way to get stronger? Maybe in certain aspects. If you're on steroids and you can push yourself maximally and get the stimulus you need once a week, that's fine. But for most natural trainers, or even for lifters on steroids, if you want to be the best squatter you can be, the best bench presser you can be, the best deadlifter you can be, you should really be doing it at a higher frequency. I would push 3 to 4 times a week for most lifts. Definitely for squat, bench press, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Deadlift's a different beast. I try to do it once a week. I would do it more if it didn't grind me up so much, but it does, so don't do it so much. If I was a weightlifter, I would snatch, clean and jerk every day. Every day I couldn't recover from it. And I would squat every day as well. Sufficient intensity, that is, you're lifting in the correct rep ranges. I mean, the maximal voluntary effort, you can take 50% of your 1RM and lift it as many times as you can to get stronger. That's not so efficient. It'll work to a point, but you're going to end up doing like 50, 60 reps, which you not necessarily want we may want to do. But as long as you keep your programming rational and you work within a 75 to 100% of your 1RM, and you work within those weight ranges, and you either increase the intensity, so lift more weight week on week, or increase the volume, lift more reps week on week, or lift more sets the same weight. As long as you're progressing week on week in either volume or intensity, you will get stronger. And adequate recovery. So this is things like your foam rolling, stretching, get enough food, get enough sleep to allow you to train at a good level every time you touch a bar. These strategies will help you get stronger inadvertently. So rather than paying attention to what the optimal rep range is, I'm training 1 to 3 reps for strength. Forget all that shit and just pay attention to what we've just talked about. These are the things that matter. These are the things that will make you stronger. But how many sets and reps? Look, it doesn't matter at all. As long as week to week you lift more volume with heavier loads, you practice the movements you want to get stronger at least 2 to 3 times a week, if not more, you will make as much progress as you can. Obviously there's systems and programs for working with within these parameters, but I think it bears repeating again and again and again that these are the factors that matter in programs. Doesn't matter if it's starting strength, 531, Russian Masters, whatever fucking program you're doing, it doesn't matter. As long as there's progressive overload, you're getting more volume in, and you're training frequently the lifts you want to get better at, then you got a good program. Okay, so that concludes this talk. This is Mark, CastIronStrength.com, signing off.